Hello, back downstairs. I've just been finished all my cleaning and I'm fed up with that. So I thought I'd open the package that I've just ordered, which is an Anastasia Beverly Hills eye palette again. And previously I'd probably talked about the Soft Glam 2 palette that I ordered, which is lovely, but I also wanted sparkly eyeshadows. Now, despite eye infections, I've got to keep my eye on it just to make sure that the little glittery bits don't annoy me. But this is the little package. 9 colours, and yes, they are sparkly, apart from the top left and the bottom right. So those two aren't. Can you see the shimmer? And I've put a bit on top of what I already had. But yeah, there's a bit of shimmer there for a nice Tuesday afternoon. And I thought I'd go for it because I nearly went for another Trini London cream-based eyeshadow. I like her one called Wisdom. It's a brown, it's not got any glitter, but it goes on really nicely. But one of hers is £20. So I thought, well, I'll have 9 and pay a bit extra. So I've got a choice for now. So I've had a little go at that. And I thought I'd go through my little creative book that I've mentioned before. And it says to me here, plant a garden to experience the joy of creating life with your own 2 hands. Well, soon we shall go into the garden when the weather picks up. But I will show you what I got with my £30 worth of vouchers at Christmas. You remember I said I'm a member of Webb's Garden Centre for £10 a year, and that enables me to have 10% off plants and also to have a Christmas tree. I buy the Christmas tree, so I pay £60 for the tree, and they give me £30 vouchers back as part of that £10 membership. So in January and February, you can go along to Webb's Garden Centre and spend the £30. So I decided to get myself a garden trading apron, which I'm going to show you in a minute because I haven't got it to hand. And I bought a pair of gloves that I could drive in because they're fingerless. And they match my jumper and sort of like a headband, which I've got in wool, which I bought from somewhere else, with foxes on, which is really nice. And I'll show you one day. Excuse me. So yeah, we can get out in the garden when it's nice. But the other thing here, what does it say here, which made me smile? It says, what do you create when there is quiet and solitude? What do you create? Put anything in the comments, because it's quite nice. If it's quiet, I might cook, or if it's quiet, I might put on some gentle music. Or I don't do a lot of reading lately, I must admit. I've got to get into that habit again. It's a bit naughty. I listen to podcasts more than I read, although podcasts are interesting. And I've been listening to Dr. John Campbell, and oh my goodness, I'm hooked because he talks about the importance of vitamin D3 and K2. And I've been having it for the last year. 4,000 international units. And I went to see a nurse at the doctor's practice the other day, and she went, so have you had a chest infection? I went, no. You tell me. When was the last one I had? I think it's 4 years if I look back on my records. And she went, oh. I said, yes, I used to have them all the time. I'm not mixing with a lot of people, so that helps. But I got chest infections, sinus infections, you name it. And it was a roller coaster that I couldn't come off. And I was really poorly every time. And she said, oh. I said, well, why aren't you telling people to have vitamin D3? The last doctor I saw said eat an orange. So, yeah, Dr. John Campbell, great information on vitamin D3, particularly in the winter in the Northern Hemisphere, like we are in the UK. Do we ever see the sunlight? Hardly. And it's very important to get that in your body for a variety of reasons. So, without me lecturing anybody, I just thought I'd mention it because it's what I've been listening to. Lots of podcasts from various doctors. Dr. Mark Hyman talks about the importance of magnesium and nutrition. And Dr. Eric Berg, I adore because he talks about everything and quite often gets censored for, saying some things because he's talking about wholesome foods, not the things that have been put on, I've seen on surgery walls. Eat lots of cereals that are full of sugar and, they're no good. I gave my son loads of these sugary cereals thinking they're whole grain. My mum always said to go to work on an egg. And you go, you know what's in an egg? Choline, which gives you a youthful appearance. So I'm going for that white egg to make me young. And that's my thought for the day. I'll just go and get that apron from Garden Trading and show you. Yes, my sound's on. Yes, with my £30 voucher for Webs, I got these, which are made by, I think, Pashmina or something, Pashmina. But I've got the headband and the jumper, to match from somewhere else. Pure wool, so when you can drive with these, which is good, so you haven't got to worry about fingers on the in thick gloves. And so the gardening apron, which I shall make good use of when we get the good weather, is this. It's a nice one. Da da da. And you can put all your tools in. You've got a little flap here, so I shall really enjoy that because you're always putting your tools down and get things lost. So that's that one. And then for cooking, and I do go through my aprons like water, always washing them. I've got one with my name on from Sophie Allport. You can have your name embroidered on it, either in gold or red. So she's always into dogs. This is like a Christmassy one, but I thought that's nice for it goes with my kitchen with this green theme. And I like the fact that my name's on it. Not that anybody else will pick up an apron, I'm sure. But they're my little things I thought I'd like to share with you. I like seeing what people open up for this, that and the other. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll catch up with you soon. Hopefully in the coming weeks and months, I will get to Kenilworth Castle because it's full of ruins. And I know one of the viewers here likes ruins. We've got friends in Kenilworth and we went last week to have dinner with them. But we just didn't get a chance to get round the castle and it's wet and windy. So it's not particularly going to see it in the best light. So that will come up at some point this year. And if I don't mind driving out to Croft Castle, that's Herefordshire way, it's quite a way out. I remember being really car sick last time I went, so hopefully that will be, if I drive, I'll be all right. So that's that one. And and there's a tulip field or something being set up in Warwickshire somewhere. I thought I had a message this morning. Oh, anyway, there's a tulip field. Oh, part of Hatton Gardens. So, that's one to consider. And I'll, come back to you on those. See you soon. Take care. Have a lovely week. Bye for now. I meant to say, when I was at Webb's Garden Centre, if you're in the area and you're local, it's worth checking out the vegetable shop called Three Counties that have set up just on the left of the entrance. And I took some footage last week and they let me and we were having a good old chat because they not only have a shop there, but they also have a shop which I've been to in Church Street in Worcester and Ombersley Street, I think they said, either Ombersley Street or Ombersley Street East. But anyway, they're in 3 places and the fruit and vegetables were so well displayed and beautifully fresh. Nothing like supermarket veg, I have to say. I was staring at the cauliflowers and the broccoli for ages because they just look so delectable. So I came away with a box and they even put orange juice in a bottle, which is what we used to have, wasn't it, years ago, instead of in cartons. And it tasted so nice. So I thought, I said I was going to give them a shout out, but I haven't got any footage to back it up because I ran over my mobile phone and it didn't record it. It didn't download it to Google. So whatever happened must have been crushed. But worth a shout out, and if you're there, it's nice to pick up some fresh fruit and veg on your travels. I just thought I'd tell you that. Here's the Lido at Droitwich in winter, mid-January, and can you imagine that people actually go cold water swimming here? I love the Art Deco building. In the summer I actually swim, but I do wear a full wetsuit. And people stare at me like I'm crackers, but there's no way I would do cold water swimming in there. People wear woolly hats and they have to wear a full wetsuit in winter. But boy, oh boy, is it cold. I would think if you want to do cold water swimming, start off with a cold shower. And that would be bad enough for me. But it looks really eerily quiet now. The cafe's open nearby. But it's odd to look at it in winter when you know that you swim outdoors. It's so funny in the summer. But I'm so pleased that they opened it up because for many years it was closed. A little tennis match going on in the main park courts, which is nice to see. I'm back home for a cuppa now. Just unboxing 6 packs of my favourite coffee. I sometimes get the coffee beans, and sometimes for the main coffee machine, and I like the ground coffee in my cafetiere, and I can never get hold of it. If I go into the Costa coffee shops, they don't always have it. I can't always get it in supermarkets, but I get it on Amazon, so you can always source it, and I get 6 packs and get it delivered the next day. Hello everyone. After 12 weeks of utter stress, which I'm not going to go into, they say in the Bible, don't they, Lot looked backwards and she was turned into a pillar of salt. So I'm not going to look backwards, I'm going to look forwards, and today is a very exciting day. I have a delivery of my bed frame from John Lewis, and they've got to put all the slats in because previously I had a divan. So the guys are going to come in, put the bed here. I used to have my wardrobes either side and I felt crushed. So I've put them on the side here now, and now the bed's slightly offset. It's a big room, 33 feet in length I think, and that's because there would have been an extension at some point on the house before we ever got here. And yeah, it gives a lovely space. The mattress is from the wool company, as I said in the previous video, and I'm hoping it's going to be fine. I haven't opened it yet. I've been on a sofa bed in another room, so I can't wait for the guys to come. They're going to come between 10 to 11 and 10 to 1 today. And I've got to sort out all my mess over here, which is makeup and stuff. And then I'm going to put my sofa bed over here on the side as a seating area. So, because I can fold it back up. And yeah, all exciting stuff today. So yeah, after the week of all weeks and 12 weeks of all weeks, we're moving forward into Chinese snake year. Hopefully, I'm not quite sure when that date is. I'm going to check. And it's my year. Da, da, da. The guys arrived and they didn't mind me videoing for them from behind, so you get an idea of the scale. So the guys have just left from making the bed. So I've moved in my sofa bed, which is a settee as well. So it's the same charcoal colour, which I'm really pleased about. There were a few issues with some marks on the wooden leg and some of the metalwork, but anyway, it's solid, and the company should be ringing me back soon. So now I'm going to put all the wool company items on, which is a topper and my wool duvet, all from Chatsworth Wool, as I mentioned before, so it's antimicrobial, hopefully, and wool in my new pillows. So yeah, I'm going to dress the bed and also put my new green pillows on as well, my cushions I should say. So I shall finish it off and show you the end result, and I might put you on a speed dial, see how I feel. What we got? Surprisingly, with all those wool fibres in the air, I didn't sneeze, so it all settled down eventually. And with those pillows, you can take your wool out according to how high you want the pillow, which is a nice thing to do. And also take them out, you know, the little wool fibres for when you're washing the actual outer part of the pillow as well. finished look, or more or less. I'll probably chop and change things around. But I'm really pleased now that I've got a decent bed to lie on. And it's looking a bit more tidy, instead of a great big mattress sitting here for 7 weeks that I couldn't use. So yeah, I'm absolutely pleased to bits. And yeah, good night's sleep I need. I haven't had one. It's now 5 to 4, and I've been making all those beds and changing rooms around and all sorts. I've done more than I've actually shown you. So now I'm just going to open a little parcel from Whistlefish. Now, I'm not getting paid to say all these company names, by the way. I'm not an influencer. If anybody wants to pay me, please do. But this is Whistlefish. They're a company in Cornwall who sell lovely cards, birthday cards, occasion cards. And this is the box as you open it up. And I ordered some more birthday cards because I send out quite a lot. And they had an offer on if you get so many. I think it was like 10 for, not 10 for £10. What do you think? What have I got on here? I've got a 40 coming up soon, 40 party. What did I order? I think I've got 20 cards. That's not what the price of, but maybe it was £1 each. Yeah, maybe it was, because I wouldn't have paid, I don't know, maybe £1 something each. But they're lovely cards, and they come all wrapped up beautifully, designed with love in Cornwall. I'm definitely going to a wedding, so I've got a married one. And there's some lovely designs, look at that. You can see that. I mean, it's a strange light this evening at 5 to 4, so it's a nice little woodland scene. It says the Celtic rainforest, part of the winter collection. And in the misty winter of Celtic rainforests, ferns, mosses and lichens perform quiet work, filtering air, storing carbon and providing shelter for hidden life. Underground fungi connect roots, enabling nutrient exchange that fortifies young plants and boosts forest resilience. Even the tiniest microbes play a vital role, decomposing organic matter slowly, stabilising carbon output and reinforcing the rainforest's carbon sink. Discover the unseen forces sustaining this intricate ecosystem. And then there's a little, to find out more, there's a little code all wrapped up with beautiful, the QR code's got lovely plants all the way around it. Lovely. So that's one of the cards. And I decided to get a card for every birthday. So one for a few for January, it's always January birthdays. February. All the way through, because I know people in every month. I think most are in January, actually, funny enough. Yeah, they are. Anyway, so I thought we'd show you those. Nice. Hello. It's rather a gloomy day today. It's Tuesday, and I thought I'd show you some of my reorganisation bits and bobs, if you're interested. Now, as I said, I don't get paid for mentioning companies, but on Facebook, there's must-have ideas advertised quite a lot. And I have bought quite a few items from them, and I suppose you can get similar elsewhere, but I don't know. But for my bottom drawer, which was a complete tip the other day, I've organised my socks. So I don't know whether you can see that. Let me just make sure you can see. All in little sections. They give you these individual squares and also big long sections that you can put things in. And it's a game changer, really, because otherwise it looks like a mess like that. And all my other drawers need sorting out. So, yeah, I thought I'd worth mentioning. I think this particular section was $14.99. They may have different offers on. But they're just drawer organisers. The other thing I bought recently was this. Just get it. I might as well stay down here. It's a three-way mirror, because I wanted to look at the back of my hair, And I know you can get various mirrors all around the place, but what's good about this is not only does it open up and you can see 3 corners, you've got a light as well. I've never had a light on a mirror. I've been going around putting my makeup on in the dark. And also, you can hang it off any, like a doorway or your shower door I put it on. And it just pulls all the way down to this. So I think it's absolutely incredible. Really handy in the house. And there's a few other things I'm going to show you as well. I'm just going to go and get them. Forgive the lighting in here, it's very dark today. The other thing I was going to mention was I've got 2 tubes of this, which is called Mould Magic, and it's a gel formula for tiles. Now, if your ensuite around the edge gets a bit mouldy, I get sort of a bit choked with pure bleach. I mean, it has got bleach in it, you can smell it. But even if I pour bleach along it, it often, any mould that might start growing, it often drips off and doesn't actually stay on the silicone edge that you might want. So this is a gel, and you put it on and you leave it on for 2 or 3 hours, wipe it off with a damp cloth, and it's amazing. So I'm going to sing this praise for a long, long time. So I shall definitely be using that in the future as well. And the other thing in the kitchen, and also up here, I had a stain on my ensuite sink work surface that I could never get off. It was like a plaster that had been put on, and it's come off, not with cream cleanser, but with this, which is Nana's Secret. Now, I think you can get all these on Amazon. I don't know about this. I think you might be able to. I'll link anything that you can, even the similar drawer organisers. But this, I think you can get on Amazon. Natural cleaning clay for all hard surfaces. And it takes an awful lot off. You want to make sure that you just use a damp cloth afterwards and off any marks, stubborn marks and tea stains that you can't get off the surface. I've got a white IKEA kitchen surface, which is one of the cheapest you could buy. I think it was the cheapest per metre when I had it, but I wanted white, and it does show up tea stains and coffee stains. But if it's stubborn, you put this on and just wipe it off, even when I know a cream cleanser won't work. So they are my 4 items. What else have I had from them? I'm sure I've had other things. I definitely want their garden gloves. They've got some garden gloves that stretch up to here, and you don't get pricked by thorns, because I'm always getting my arms ripped to bits. I've had gauntlet gloves before, and sometimes they're 3/4, but these ones come right up to beyond your elbow. So that looks like something I might be buying in the future. So there we have it. Happy Tuesday, folks. Tomorrow I've got an appointment with my son at Worcester Royal Hospital. That's another appointment. And let's hope things calm down after that and we don't have to keep going to appointments, because it almost takes over your life, doesn't it, appointments? And we've got the dentist the week after that on the 11th. Yeah, that's an annual appointment. I changed that from twice a year, so I can't take it. Better going. I said an annual appointment will suffice. So yeah, that one is that. But we have had 2 wedding invites. I've got one in April in County Wexford in Gorey for my niece. And I'm flying in and staying overnight. So on Boxing Day, I had to organise the air tickets because there was 3 left. And me and my younger sister are flying over. My elder sister's already over in Ireland. So we're flying over on the day of the wedding in the morning, and then staying overnight and coming back the next day in the afternoon. So it's a quick visit, quite a long way to go. I have to hire a car from Dublin Airport to go all the way down. And so that's nice to look forward to. And what else have I got? I was given an invite for West Midlands Safari Park for next September. And a lovely couple of giraffes on the invite. I love giraffes. They are amazing, aren't they? They're just absolutely incredible. So I hope on that day we get to see part of the animals as we go along, because I recall my best friend got married at Edinburgh Zoo back in the 80s, and I was bridesmaid. And at that wedding, I thought I was going to see the animals, and I didn't. But I did meet Magnus Magnusson. And he was great. Chatting away, and I kept trying to get a job at the BBC because I'd always wanted to work for BBC. And funny enough, I ended up with 2 interviews separate to talking to him. I ended up with 2 interviews in Birmingham and didn't get the job. I was very nervous. I remember shaking, trying to take down my shorthand and absolutely going to pieces. And I thought, right, and then I saw an advert for Central TV and ended up working at Central TV for 6 years. Still shook taking the shorthand, but got it down. And yeah, so I ended up working in TV, despite the fact that it wasn't the Beeb. And talking of imagining yourself working somewhere, do you remember a few weeks back I was talking about my vision board and wanting to win the postcode lottery? Well, I first of all, people will know who've watched this programme, I won a £5 gift card. Then I won a whisk for the kitchen. Then I won £12 entry fee back. And 2 weeks ago, £12 entry fee back again. So 4 wins. The 5th is the big one. So I kept saying I'm going to win the postcode lottery. This time it's the postcode jackpot lottery. So yeah, I thought I'd just report back on that one. Considering I keep moaning about all the things that have gone wrong, that was a good thing that's happened, and 2 wedding invites. So things are looking up. Part of the reorganisation of my bedroom and all my jumpers that I want to take out of my wardrobe, I've ordered from Dunelm these large grey foldable boxes. They fold flat with a cover and a handle. Quite big. So I'm going to fill them up and show you the finished items all installed. I'm going to put them on the top of the wardrobe so that I've released a bit of space as we come into spring. So the Dunelm boxes with the obscene amount of jumpers are filled. Winter jumpers. I've kept some in the wardrobe, obviously, but because it's never going to be worn that quickly yet. But at least I can keep them in a box on top of the wardrobe up here, and then it's all a bit more organised. Well, that's the theory anyway. Decided to actually stack them up because I won't access them otherwise, will I, if I put them on the top of the wardrobe. So yeah, it still looks tidy. Much better. Much better. Tidy over here. 2 new boxes at the bottom for all my clobber. And yeah, it makes you put everything into little boxes once you get started. Much, much better. And the overall look, da-da-da-da. I'm just going to end the vlog there, but before I go, I just wanted to end on one of the little creative inspirational ideas from this book, 1001 Ways to be Creative by Barbara Ann Kipfer, a little book of everyday inspiration. On number 232, she says, sketch your future. Do you know, it's so hard when people, say, what do you want in life? And you think, what do I want? What do I want? Well, I see myself floating about with a little, maybe on the seashore and having a pasta meal in an Italian restaurant, I don't know. What do you think? What would be your future if you were sketching it? It's so hard, I'm stumped. Let me know if you've got any good ideas, I might pinch them. See you soon, bye for now.